Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now Ethereum has just seen a perfect retest of this Fibonacci level, and we're also forming some brand new patterns on the Ethereum chart that I will be discussing in just a moment. And alongside that, I'll be talking about the coming altcoin season that we are potentially in right now. And towards the end of this video, I will be covering one of my biggest altcoin holdings, which is Polygon, also known as Matic, as it is seeing a huge breakout to the upside right now. So definitely stick around all the way to the end of this video so that you're not missing out on any of this valuable information. And just before we jump into it, make sure to leave a like on the video down below. And if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this every single day. But with all of that out of the way, let's get straight into what this video is about. It's right here on the Ethereum to US dollar chart on the 4-hour time frame. And as I've previously discussed on this channel, we had this line of resistance coming in at around $4,500 US dollars. And a few days ago, we did break above that resistance, but only over the past couple days, we've now seen a successful retest of that point of resistance, now flipping it into support. So of course, anytime we flip previous resistance into new support, that is simply a bullish sign. Not to mention, with this short-term pullback in the price over the past couple of days, that has reset the 4-hour RSI down towards these neutral areas, giving us more room to the upside later on. And I was talking about this price action and the reset in the RSI as a very likely scenario to play out before it actually played out. But this descending line of previous resistance flipping into new supports is not the only significant line that Ethereum has bounced off. For example, bringing out the Fibonacci retracement tool from the all-time high down to this swing low, what we can see in this short-term downtrend back there, of course, we bounced straight back up towards the golden pocket, the most important Fibonacci level, and the fact that we could not get above that level, that sent Ethereum into another bearish move back to the downside. But you can notice here that we have broken above the golden pocket a few days ago now, and only just recently, over the past couple days, we have successfully retested the golden pocket and have now flipped it into support. And not only that, when you're bringing out the Fibonacci retracement tool from this swing low up to this swing high so far, this recent bounce that we've just experienced close to $4,500 US dollars approximately, that was basically a perfect bounce from the 38.2% Fibonacci level, which was coming in at around 4,450. So that is still one of the major levels of support for Ethereum in the short term in case we do experience another short-term pullback. But obviously, just by having that bounce from these support levels, that is once again a bullish sign for Ethereum. And just quickly updating you on this pattern just here that I have been covering over the past couple of days. Of course, this is a broadening wedge pattern and it is still clearly forming. Just taking a look at the point of resistance, that is coming in close to the all-time high for Ethereum, which is in between 4.8k and 4.9k. And if we start breaking above this point of resistance here, that does set up a technical price target to the upside towards around 5.1 to 5.2 thousand US dollars. But of course, while we're still below this line of resistance, it can still act as resistance. So keep that in mind. It's not impossible for us to see another rejection here moving forward. But with that being said, checking out this Ethereum chart just here, this is still the 4-hour time frame, but as you can see, we are forming an inverse head and shoulders pattern, which is a bullish pattern. Now, this is not a perfect inverse head and shoulders pattern. For example, the neckline I've got here is more of a price range instead of a particular price. I could have drawn the neckline like this, and that is coming in at around 4,770. But I thought, considering the fact that that is so close to the all-time high for Ethereum at just above 4.8k, we might as well include that within a price range, considering how close those two price levels are in proximity. And I want to make it clear that right now, this pattern is not confirmed. It is potentially forming. We've already seen the left shoulder, we've already seen the head, and right now we're potentially forming the right shoulder. But obviously, to complete this pattern, we need to complete the right shoulder and have a break above the neckline. So really a breakout above the all-time high is what I would like to see to actually set up the bullish price target for this pattern. And speaking about the bullish price target, if we do see a breakout to the upside here, that would be coming in at around 5,700 US dollars per Ethereum, which from the all-time high to that price target is around a 17% gain. But from the current Ethereum price to that price target is right now a 24% gain moving forward. So obviously this pattern just here presents huge opportunities for any Ethereum holders and Ethereum traders out there. But remember, that price target only comes into play if we form this right shoulder and see a break above the all-time high. Now talking about the altcoin season, also known as the alt season. And this chart just here is one of the best charts to look at to determine whether or not we're in an altcoin season. And by the way, this chart just here is the Bitcoin dominance chart on the daily time frame. Right now, Bitcoin is sitting at around 41% dominance, which for the beginners out there, that just means out of all of the money in crypto altogether, about 41% of it is sitting in Bitcoin, and obviously the rest in altcoins. So when we see the Bitcoin dominance rise to the upside like this, that means Bitcoin is usually doing better than the altcoins just on average, because Bitcoin is taking back that market share. But if the Bitcoin dominance is heading to the downside like it has been recently, then that means just on average, the altcoins are doing better than Bitcoin. Now, I say on average because of course, not every single altcoin out there is going to be doing better than Bitcoin in an altcoin season. So just keep in mind that you also need to do your own research in any altcoin altcoin that you invest in. But anyway, looking at the price structure forming right here in the Bitcoin dominance chart, this type of structure is actually very bearish because we've got horizontal lows but lower highs, which is the first signs that we see in a potential descending triangle pattern that is forming. And by the way, a descending triangle pattern is a bearish pattern. But remember, if this chart is looking bearish, that is extremely bullish for the altcoins. And already over the past 6 to 7 weeks, the altcoins have been doing very well against Bitcoin. But if the Bitcoin dominance breaks below this line of supports coming in at around 39 to 40%, then at that stage, if we finally make a new lower low in the Bitcoin dominance, that is when the altcoin season will really kick in. And the last big altcoin season that we experienced in crypto was right back here earlier this year. In fact, in between around March and May this year. During that time period, Bitcoin had already seen a massive run up in the Bitcoin price towards the end of 2020 and really early this year. But then during around March and May this year, Bitcoin was actually heading somewhat sideways. But this massive drop in the Bitcoin dominance meant that the altcoins were performing incredibly well against Bitcoin. And let's just say during that time period just there, during those altcoin seasons, we see a lot of altcoins have 10x gains, 20x, 50x, and even 100x gains. And so just the fact that the Bitcoin dominance on the daily chart is looking somewhat bearish here, once again, that is really bullish for the altcoins and potentially leading into an altcoin season if we break below that major line of support. And speaking about altcoins performing very well, taking a look at the Polygon to US dollar chart on the 4-hour time frame. And as I mentioned in the intro of this video, Polygon is one of my top altcoin holdings. And in fact, I let you know about that around 1.5 months ago, all the way back down here when I posted that top 7 altcoins video. And so congrats to those of you that have been watching all of my videos, especially the videos covering Polygon, also known as Matic. But anyway, with that introduction out of the way for the new viewers on the channel, Polygon is right now getting very close to the first major price target to the upside that we set right back here. Because of course, we had this inverse head and shoulders pattern that did end up forming on the 4-hour charts for Polygon. And right now, this price target is coming in close to $2.50. And so from the point of the breakout, if you took that trade to that price target, was a potential 28% gain. And right now, we're already up around 20% in profits. But from the current price of Polygon to that price target, at least at the time filming this video, that is still a 7% gain moving forward. But one thing to keep in mind here on the 4-hour chart is the fact that the RSI is entering into overbought territory, showing us that we are a little bit overheated in the immediate short term. So basically, it would be very difficult for Polygon to really push past $2.50 immediately without seeing any sort of short-term pullback first. Of course, it's not impossible for us to head straight to the upside, but that scenario is just simply not as likely as seeing a little bit of a short-term pullback somewhere within this price range between the current price and around $2.50 approximately, just to reset the RSI a little bit, and then we can head further to the upside later on. Because zooming out to the daily time frame for Polygon, we are looking incredibly bullish. First of all, Polygon has respected this huge upwards trending line of support on the daily chart for many months now, ever since around April this year. And by the way, this is the all-time high for Polygon right here, coming in at close to $2.70. And right now, at least at the time filming this video, Polygon is currently sitting at approximately $2.30. So from where we are right now to the all-time high, that is only around a 16 to 17% gain away. And obviously, Polygon has experienced a far bigger gain than that over the past couple days. And so after we hit that short-term price target that I just mentioned, one of the next major levels of resistance to the upside for Polygon is simply the all-time high level at around $2.70. And once Polygon starts breaking into a new all-time high, that is when the price begins to really explode. I mentioned this in the last Polygon video that I uploaded on the channel, but just measuring out this last explosive move to the upside that we saw in between April and May this year, Polygon gained over 700% profits in just one single month. So those are the potential gains that we're looking at moving forward after we can start breaking into a new all-time high, which will happen eventually. It's only a matter of time, at least in my opinion. And that's going off a few different things. First of all, Polygon's fundamentals are very valuable right now due to the fact that Ethereum transaction fees are incredibly expensive. And one of the biggest value propositions of Polygon is to help scale Ethereum and reduce transaction fees. So that is just one major reason why the Polygon price is beginning to explode. And also looking in the price oscillators on the daily time frame, of course, we've just seen a bullish cross a few days ago in the daily MACD, which is setting us up for some huge gains moving forward. And looking in the daily RSI, even though we are close, we haven't actually hit overbought territories just yet. So that basically means that we still have room to the upside moving forward on the daily charts before we could start expecting the next decent correction. So over the next few weeks and months, I am very bullish on Polygon, also known as Matic, and taking a quick look at the Polygon to Bitcoin valuation on the daily charts, because as you can see, previously we did form this falling wedge pattern, which is a bullish pattern, and we broke out to the upside, came back down and saw a perfect retest of this previous resistance line, flipping it into new support. So seriously, this was basically a textbook falling wedge pattern, and right now we are continuing on this major move to the upside, and the technical price target for a falling wedge pattern is basically just the top of the wedge, which is coming in at around 6,000 satoshis per polygon, which by the way, from the current price to that price target is around a 50% gain, and that gain, by the way, is against Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin doesn't do anything against the US dollar, then that gain just here would mean a 50% gain for Polygon against the US dollar. But if Bitcoin has a gain against the US dollar, then a 50% gain on this chart for Polygon against Bitcoin would result in an even bigger gain for Polygon against the US dollar. And we also have some Fibonacci levels to pay attention to. But one important thing to take away from this right now is the fact that currently we are breaking above the 38.2% Fibonacci level, which is the second most important Fibonacci level. So of course, this is a very bullish sign. And we do have the 50% level coming in at around 4,350 satoshis. But really the next important Fibonacci level to the upside, in fact, the most important Fibonacci level, that is the golden pockets coming in at around 5,000 satoshis per polygon, which by the way, from the current price to the golden pocket is still over a 20% gain against Bitcoin. So it's because of all of those reasons that previously on the channel over the past 1 to 2 months, I have been telling you that I've been accumulating a lot of Polygon. And right now it is one of my top altcoin holdings, obviously behind Ethereum. And if you want to get extra free crypto contents throughout the day, make sure you follow me over on my Twitter, and the link to my official Twitter account is in the description down below and also in the pinned comments. And if you enjoyed this video or got something valuable out of it, please make sure to leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this every single day. And before you click off, make sure you're checking out one of these uploads if you haven't already, because these videos just here can potentially help you make a lot more money in the crypto markets. And as always, I honestly do appreciate all of your support in the channel at the moment. I can't thank you guys enough. But anyway, that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.